Have you ever heard someone say Islam is a religion of violence or Muslims worship a different god? Yeah, me too. These are some of the most common but completely false misunderstandings about Islam. First things first, what even is Islam? Now, I'm not talking about what you see on the news. Islam is a faith, a way of life based on submission to one God, Allah. And guess what? It's the same God worshipped by Jews and Christians. One God, different prophets, same divine message. The word Islam itself comes from the Arabic root word SLM, meaning peace and submission. Let's address the elephant in the room, the misconception that Islam promotes violence. This stereotype exists because of the actions of a few extremist groups who hijack my faith for their own twisted agendas. But let me be crystal clear, they do not represent Islam. Islam strictly forbids the killing of innocent people. The Quran says, whoever kills a soul, it is as if he had slain mankind entirely. Quran 5:32. Now, onto another harmful stereotype. The idea that Islam oppresses women. Islam empowers women to pursue education, own property, inherit wealth, and choose their own spouse. Over 1400 years ago, Islam gave women rights that many Western countries only granted in the 19th or 20th century. Don't believe me? Let's talk about Khadijah, the Prophet Muhammad's wife, a successful businesswoman, and Aisha, another wife of the Prophet, who was a renowned scholar and teacher. Time to clear up another misconception. Muslims worship a different God. We worship the same God as Jews and Christians, the God of Abraham. The Arabic word Allah simply means the God. In fact, Arab Christians also refer to God as Allah. It's like saying water in English, agua in Spanish, or pani in Hindi. Different words, same H2O. Let's unpack a word that's been twisted more times than a pretzel in a tornado jihad. You hear it in the news, you see it in movies, and it's almost always associated with violence and terrorism. But here's the thing, they've got it all wrong. Jihad doesn't mean holy war, it actually means struggle or striving. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the greatest jihad is to struggle against your own soul. Here's a newsflash for you. Islam is not an Arab religion. In fact, over 80% of Muslims are not Arab. The largest Muslim populations are in Indonesia, Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. Islam is a universal message for all races, all ethnicities, all backgrounds. In his final sermon, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, an Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, except by righteousness. Okay, buckle up because this one might surprise you. Muslims believe in Jesus. That's right, Jesus, peace be upon him, is a revered prophet in Islam. We believe he was born of the Virgin Mary, performed miracles, and preached a message of love and compassion. But here's the difference, Muslims don't worship Jesus as the Son of God. Let's talk about another myth. Islam is intolerant of other religions. The truth is, Islam actually respects religious diversity. The Quran explicitly states, there is no compulsion in religion. 2:256. Throughout history, Muslims have lived alongside Christians, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, and people of all faiths peacefully. Islam teaches that every soul is accountable only to God, and it's not our place to judge or coerce anyone into believing what we believe. So, where do all these misconceptions come from? If Islam is all about peace, justice, and equality, why do so many people have it all wrong? Media misrepresentation and the actions of a tiny group of extremists. But Islam cannot be judged by the worst examples of its followers, just like no religion or nation can. So after all that, what's the real message of Islam? It's actually pretty simple. Worship one God, do good, respect all of creation. Islam teaches kindness, charity, humility, honesty, and justice. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the best among you are those who have the best character. If you're watching this and you're not Muslim, thank you. Seriously, thank you for taking the time to listen, to learn, and to seek understanding over judgment. And if you are Muslim, share this video. Let's change the narrative together.